Hello, everyone. My name is Marcel Kalinovic. I'm the Butcher of Wall Street. Welcome to the think tank. Today, I'm going to see if it's worth buying around $100,000 or so, give or take, AMC and APE shares. Might buy some contracts. It's going to be a good time. This video is the next in a series exploring the macro and geopolitical implications of over-leveraged hedge funds on our financial system. Welcome, and let's have some fucking fun.
Let's go.
Check this out, guys. I got a little fun one here for you.
This was a dark age, without law and without order. Men lived in fear of one another, for the strong preyed upon the weak.
Dark age indeed. Age of inconvenience. No plumbing. No electricity. No nothing. Oh, hang it all. Hang it all.
Gotta love it. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. AMC's at $9.60 a share. That is pretty good. AMC1, the basket of AMC and APE, is at $14.88. And APE is sitting strong at $5.26. It's always good to see. I'm going to roll one up. Another one, I should say. So I can have a good time here.
Yeah, we're in the dark ages.
We're in the dark ages now, baby.
You know it.
Hey, Carlos, Dennis, Free Love, BJ, Pistol Pete. It's good to see all you guys. Christian, welcome. And everybody in the think tank, thanks for being here with me. You know, Queen Bee, Road Dog, Ryman, Zoombach, Wolfie, Cash Money. Appreciate all you guys. It's great to be here with you. Dana, every single one of you. It's great having you. You know, look at that. My synth wave got interrupted. It was a damn shame. Hope everybody's having a great day.
We are now.
Yeah. I was not super thrilled on the price of AMC going up yesterday, 2 days ago. So to be honest with you, I was kind of glad that it went down yesterday. Love me or hate me for it, I don't really care. The fact of the matter is, I've got patience. Lots of patience.
I'll come off that. He's back.
I am loaded up, ready to rock and roll. You know, I wanted to clarify with everybody a couple of things here. You know what? I don't have it pulled up or anything, which is no problem. I can get it pulled up for you. I was getting a lot of questions from people that didn't understand what was going on with the pensions. Well, the fact of the matter is that, here you go, just take a quick peek at this. There are $35 trillion in pension funds as of the last known estimate, as of 2020, 2021. And a recent filing by the Securities and Exchange Commission greenlights the ability for them to take every single dollar as a backstop for the Office of the Comptroller, OCC, the other OCC, the Options Clearing Corporation. My apologies. So the Options Clearing Corporation is backstopped now by up to $35 trillion in pensions. Currently, they implemented and passed this earlier in the week to remove the limitation of $1 billion cap from taking money from bank counterparties and non-bank counterparties, non-bank liquidity facilities like pensions and insurance companies and such. And as we just showed you, there's $35 trillion in the pension funds. And if there's a certain financial shock to financial markets, and liquidity is needed to pay off over-leveraged, defaulting, hedge funds and market makers, prime brokers, etc. There's $35 trillion of pension fund money, yours, mine, our parents, our grandparents, our sons, our daughters, and our friends, that is available for them to take because the OCC and the DTC are self-insuring in the sense that they don't pay a certain amount to an insurance company the way that you or I would say if we go to like State Farm or Geico, whatever, just two examples for our insurance. They use the money by their other counterparties to insure against losses from other defaulting counterparties. Meaning that they could very well use your pension, my pension, or anybody else's. I don't have a pension, I'm just using it as an example, and take that money as a backstop to pay for losses and cover the cost of liquidating short hedge funds and such, and market makers and family offices like Archegos, which we've already seen what could happen there with just one family office collapsing. It's really quite disgusting, to be honest with you, but some people fail to realize that although it does increase the limit to around $5.5 billion in external liquidity, they removed one of the specified terms that could require the OCC from filing an advance notice in order to take an increase on that maximum cap. So at any moment, they could say, all right, well, we need more money. $5.5 billion is not enough. Make it $1 trillion. Make it $5 trillion. Make it $10 trillion. Make it $35 trillion. Whatever the fuck it is. Because when the reverse repurchase program, the reverse repo, implodes, which has happened, it already happened in 2019, you will see the money coming from retail pensions and IRAs, ISAs, and TSPs. You name it. Thrift saving plans. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. It's not coming from big banks, let's put it that way. And I believe truly that that's why these short hedge funds want to keep people away from investing in heavily shorted stocks, because there are so many synthetics, rehypothecations, shorts marked as long, that if and so on, that the more people that are invested in these companies, the more losses they're going to incur. And they're trying to protect themselves from defaults. And that is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. Again, for the reference, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice of any kind. I'm simply here sharing my adventures and looking forward to the financial revolution in which retail investors... Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Retail, I think, has had enough. Retail's had enough. That's why millions and millions of people are holding Ape and AMC and GameStop and MMAT and BBIG and a plethora of meme stocks. In my opinion, there's a few very good meme stocks, but there's only a couple that are the creme de la creme. But again, that's just my opinion. And I think what makes them special is that retail investors own them. And they're not owned solely by institutions.
100%.
So cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
This blunt's
Cheers,
for you.
brother.
That jar's for you. This drink's for you.
Can I come in on that pension just
Oh,
quickly?
please do, Wolfie.
So I'm seeing a lot of chat about, oh, it don't mean this, don't mean that, means it. I'll talk about 2008 because all the answers are in it, all of them. It was reported after 2008 that $5 trillion, I've said this before, I said this last November, $5 trillion was reported. I never see anything after that. I stopped looking. That was painful enough. Is that not enough? So I'm seeing in the comments, great to see everybody in the comments, in the chat on YouTube, and everybody in the Discord. It's great to be back. Boss, missed you. I've missed everybody.
You as well, brother.
That $5 trillion, that was our money, that was our pensions, that was people that were coming out of retirement. A year, 18 months before, they were looking great. Go and check your 401ks for last year, let alone going back any further. Go and have a look what they were last year, what they are now. It's a warning. It highlights something that you need to pay attention to. And I'm not a financial advisor, but I had a pension. I knew people with pensions. I knew people that lost it. I 100% negotiated pay rises. I seen there were 700 employees I was responsible for, 9.8 million black hole when the market crashed. So I know these things happen. I know this is 100%. I know this ain't just me talking. This is something I went through, that I dealt with, that I saw. And they had to put that money back. That's why there's no final salary pensions in the UK anymore. That's why in America, I think it was under Reagan, you went from pensions, which was final salary in essence, to your 401ks, which took the pressure off the companies and put it on to use. 5 trillion, they declared. Well, the Fed declared in 2010, 3 trillion. And in 2019 was when the Fed declared that it was actually 29 trillion. Now, they also released figures, not the Fed, but they, mainstream media and everybody else, the experts, the soups, it was $5 trillion that was robbed from our pensions, our 401ks. Who knows how much it's going to be? The fact that they're declaring what bosses eloquently talked about just a moment ago, and you've got other people disagreeing, they can do it, they will do it, if they have to. And when you're looking at all the leverage, and when you're looking at all the money they're losing, when you're looking at all the hedge funds who've got huge and huge and huge, and they all think they're too big to fail, and they all think they're too big to change, and they all think the government will bail them out with our money, where do you think they're getting it from? So if they're going to come to you and dump another 200 grand on every single citizen in the United States in tax that your great-great-grandkids are going to be paying, don't think it just affects the USA, it affects the UK, Europe and everywhere. When you go down, we all go down. Well, if they're doing what they're doing and it ain't above board, we've got to shout and scream about it, because 5 trillion was 2008. Everything's 3-4 times. Banks are 3-4 times the leverage today. So if it's 3-4 times, there's 20 trillion. How much more are they going to rob from us? Why are they going to keep us poor? What, they need people to go out and do the jobs that we all do? They don't want you making money or having money or owning homes or being able to pay for your cars or your holidays or your kids' education, because they want you exactly where you are. You're there to go and do their bidding. You're there to go and provide a service that creates profit for them. They don't give a shit about us. That is serious. That what Boss is talking about. People need to go and have a look at it and pay attention to it. Don't take Boss's word for it. Go and do your own homework. Ring up your financial advisors and say, is this correct? And have them on record. Because if Boss is right, and he's been right about an awful lot of stuff, if he ends up right, you want them on record afterwards, because it might be your only chance. If you didn't know, didn't do anything else, just ring them up and say, how's my pension looking? What does this mean that they've just been able to sanction, that they've just given the green light to? And have them on record, because if Boss is right after this, it ain't going to matter what somebody else says on YouTube, is it? No. Appreciate it.
Absolutely right, dude. And to that point, Bank of America failed to report almost 7.5 million short positions over a period from 2010 through 2020. 7.5 million short positions were not reported by Bank of America. not only do they fail to deliver the shares, they failed to deliver their fucking short interest. And FINRA gave them a tiny slap on the wrist of a $5 million fine, ladies and gentlemen. $5 million is all it costs when you fail to report 7.5 million short positions. And that was times, that was occurrences. So if it was 7.4 million occurrences, I can only imagine how many the actual short positions were. I'm not talking about just in AMC, I'm talking about in general, just Bank of America in general. But I do know that if you look up there, is the contracts and filings, you can see a lot of, and reportings like 13Fs, 13Gs is it? You can see just how much short positions, at least reported short positions and contracts, are owned by Bank of America and such. Let's see, 968 on this right now. Let's buy some. I'm gonna buy some. Don't say let's. I'm just talking to myself here. Excuse me. I'm gonna fucking buy some.
I'm gonna buy some too.
Hey, that's up to you, buddy. That's your call, not mine.
I know. I'll buy them for myself.
All right, let's see.
Just popping in, boys, saying what's good. I didn't want to interrupt Wolfie
What's
or
going
anybody.
on, my man? It's great to be with you. Great to see you, Pop.
Good to see you.
How much should we buy? 10,000 shares?
1 million.
8,000 shares?
Hey, boss, I put in the think tank. I hit for 6,400 on a $25 FanDuel, so you know where that went.
Look at that. Look at all those shares are available in big blocks right now.
Nice.
And congrats, by the way. It's fucking solid. All right, let me see. We're going to go, or I'm going to go and do this. But I don't see the ability. It's not showing me the ability to route it. What is that shit all about? I've always had the ability to route it previously. And I don't see that working right now. I'm only routing through IEX. I don't want to route through this other bullshit. Let's see the orders and trades.
Because of the amount you're buying.
I don't know. But I'm going to find out. I'm going to look at it over here so I can get a good eye on what's going on.
Buy 100 grand's worth at 10 shares at a time. Might be a days.
I'm going to see what it looks like for another ticker. There's probably, I think there's a setting in here that I've got to change to turn off smart routing. And that's what I'm looking for. Because it's easy to do on my phone. But for some reason, on here, it's not showing me the pop-up. And I'm going to change that. Let's see where it's at.
Hey guys.
Skipping forward here.
Do some chat. That's why you're working out.
So I think it will
Smaller
By
blocks.
all means. But I'm not routing my shit through a fucking dark pool. Fuck that.
Hell no.
Okay. Pretty sure I gotta turn on the smart algo direct routing. But I'm definitely gonna do that.
In your base. Colton. IMC Panda, we see you. Diaz. Issue Ray. These are people in the chat, boss. Head
Oh
start.
yeah, I recognize them.
Yep. Billy Riley, Chaz. Bolts Toy
Shit, I already
King.
bought some.
Oh,
got too excited.
wow. You're the man.
If he wanted to get it cheaper, he knows what's going to happen when you start.
Nah, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, he'll move it a penny.
You just front run him, didn't you? You front run him.
Yep. Sorry, I'm holding, bro. I'm holding.
Good man. In your
I'm just
base.
changing my settings and permissions at the moment as well, just to see why the fuck it's trying to get me to route through these dark pools. I don't like that at all.
John Hannaford. Billy.
Yeah, we appreciate your support, everybody. Thank you for being here with us.
I think I'll buy Ape when you buy MC, and then when you buy Ape, I'll buy MC.
You're nuts, bro.
Pistol Pete.
As soon as I buy, the
NET.
price will probably drop like crazy, and I'm okay with that. I couldn't care less. I don't fucking care.
Tina Turner. Chat starting to move. Louis' boobs. Stephen Russell, PVVs, good to see you. Chat with you on Twitter. Roger LaFontaine. Who's that? Oh, it's Ray LaFontaine, isn't it, the singer? Twisted Summit or other, I can't see it. I'm miles away from my screen. Thomas Amara. Eric, good to see you. Jason Stanley. Hope you're all glad to be here watching Boss do his thing. Gonna get some cheers.
See what I've got here. Okay, we see I've got AMC at $9.70 or so. 1,600 on the ask, 6,700 on the bid. I'm gonna click buy, and then there should be a way to change it here. Let's see if I can recall. Ask iBot. Where the hell's my iBot?
Darktown, glad you're here. Dan Headland. Catherine, Encard, Arthur. MF Will. On speed go.
If entering an order, you'll be presented with a routing destination menu. I was not presented with a routing destination menu.
Is it the block size? Must be, surely.
I'm going to find out.
We will.
See, I'm going to
All right,
see
I'm
what
broke
happens
again.
if I put in an order for 8,000 shares here.
$5 grand. Gone. Gone.
And it's gone.
Feels good, though.
I bet it does.
Hell yeah. Hi from Norwich. Can't see your name.
There we go.
Apologies.
We filled
Here we go.
at $9.70 a share. I slapped that fucking ask.
Booyaka.
Filled at
Boom.
970 a share. Just picked up 8,000 shares of AMC.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty nice. That's pretty sexy right there.
And let's see if the price moves.
Nah, it's not going anywhere, bro.
Give it time. Give it time.
All right, the nicey slap that fucking ass, and we are full. I like that. That's my fucking money right there. That's my fucking shares. I am the entire bid. More than the bid. That's great. See what happens when I buy some ape. Let's buy some ape.
I see that in the chat.
what I'm
People
gonna
saying, buy some ape. Yeah, buy some ape.
Shit, I got more ape than anything.
I love it. Well, I just bought 9,000, however many thousand shares that was. Forgot already. So somebody just asked me, how many do I got? I don't fucking know, like 8,000 shares or something?
Yep, and AMC went down to 969.
Yes. Ape is at 531.
Crowns, Mr. C in the chat, D Sudil, Nima,
Second.
Valentine, Luke, Archie59, Jarvey the Grey, good to see you
My
in the
man,
chat.
Javi, it's good to see you, brother.
Manifest
You guys want to hear
Moon.
something awesome? Something amazing? Javi the Great, our good friend here in the think tank and here on YouTube as well, unfortunately was having a bout with cancer that we discussed on one of our videos. I think it was our Memorial Day video. He's an absolute legend, a fucking whale. Has way more shares than I do, probably. And he told me a few days ago that he is now in complete and full remission of his cancer. So, praise be to God on that one.
Yeah.
Extremely happy for Javi.
Better.
That makes me more happy than anything in the fucking world to hear something like that from my friends.
Love to his beautiful wife and children. That's awesome news.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Right, Manzarella, Eric Harrison,
I'm going to
James Seven,
switch to the IBKR app.
J Dog,
Super happy for Javi, man. And your family, bro. That's fucking amazing.
That's such great news. I think of him often and his family. All the fights and battles. Good on you, sir.
Yeah, I think most of us have had to deal with that in our extended families in some way or another. So it is quite phenomenal, I think.
All the people who kindly let us share their story just to show it's people, real people. People that should matter. Military and teachers and family men, young men, old men, people like me. Real people.
Nana Ape, says that her daughter just beat cervical cancer stage 4 right after Javi. She's only 36. Lord bless you and your daughter. I'm so ecstatic to hear that. Nana 8, God bless you. That's amazing. I'm so incredibly ecstatic for all of you guys. That's fantastic.
Peter Jefferson's comment.
That's how it always works when I buy anything. The price goes down at first, but I'm okay with that. I don't give a fuck. I was buying AMC. I literally bought AMC at $72 a share. I didn't give a fuck. You think I'm gonna be upset that I bought it at $9.70? I thought I would never get this opportunity again in my life. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh, it slid over here for some reason. Yeah, trading workstation.
We're gonna get busy with Boss. Boss, it's just to see it in the chat. People want
Yeah. Our options are off the chain. I'm not even going to tell people how many options I've got already. I'm not trying to be a show off. Same with you all. I know how many options you guys have. Okay, there we go. Got it back up. Got to close out some of these shitty tabs.
While you're doing it, last couple of shout outs. John Bennett, UK8. I've never done that before, but as a UK8, John Bennett, you get a big shout out. Everyone else, we'll do some more later. Boss has got a lot to get through today, so we're going to focus on the main man. We'll come back to. We love everyone who's here today, obviously. Let's watch him do his thing.
Where the fuck is Ape? There it is. Scroll down. There it is. You see how hard I had to work to fucking find Ape? Holy shit. I had to click it and then click find, and then click OK. And now I can click this one for Ape. Unfucking real, but it's at 527. We got around 20 grand or so, at least. So let's see, let's go, if it's around 530 a share, well, 20K divided by around 530 a share, I could buy around 3,773. So here's what I'm gonna try to do. Okay, move this around real quick so I can do my thing. This is not where I want this thing. Whoa, the chat is flying. I'm trying to catch up to you guys. Can't catch up on the chat. It's just fucking zooming. It's great to be here with all of you guys. Let's see. Trades.
While you're doing that, let's get in the chat. We've done this before, but people will watch this video. It's out there, 100 grand being spent. So people will be watching this video. Show them where you're from. While Boss is doing his thing and chatting, just put your country that you're from. Let's see the chat go mad and show everyone this is global. Come on, chat, do your thing. Put it in there.
fucking IBKR. Shit is slow as hell.
International.
Indeed. Global.
That's not the right fucking one. Why does it give me Ape ASX? There you go. Here's my order ticket. I want to buy. Good till cancel.
I love it. Hell yeah.
There you go. There you go. Now we're speaking.
Let's see.
Good luck reading that, boss.
Oh, this is the right one anyway. It's the wrong one. They're trying to sell me on Ape ASX. It's an Australian financial instrument. I don't want anything to do with that shit. AMC.
No way.
Here we go. Yep, way. Yeah, they are. There you go, IEX. All right, so where's my little handy dandy calculator?
Big thank you to the chat to responding to that. Global. Thank you, everyone.
$37.77. See, it's at $5.28 a share right now. Wow, that's an amazing price. So, shares. I'm gonna buy 37.77 shares right now. Display quantity, total quantity. Order reference. Good till closed. Allow this order to be filled outside of regular hours. Perfect. All right, cool. Well, the order has been placed. It has not filled immediately. Order size exceeds the size limit of 500.
It's going to be a while.
Ape. Well, I cannot buy more than 500 ape at a time. Oh, you fucking fucks. All right, I'm going to buy a bunch of 500 blocks to IEX then, you pricks. Update that order. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to override and transmit. Fuck you guys. 3,777 shares. Buy my shares. 0 out of 3,777 have been filled so far.
Interesting.
I have not filled a single share yet, guys, through IEX. Ain't that some shit?
There are no real ones left.
Come on. It's active. Oh, wait, let me move my screen here a little bit.
They're rarer than a unicorn with morning wood.
So my trade is active for ape. Got a buy limit at 528 of 3,777 shares. Right around 20 grand plus fees. And I haven't filled a single fucking share yet. me get a snapshot.
Easy.
See, now you don't want this up here right now. Get this shit out of here.
All those in the chat that are on Twitter or social networks, flag this up. You're watching it. Can't fill a single share on a 500 order.
No, it's
Get the word out
3,777. I overrode the 500 order max, 500 share max. I'm trying to get 3,777. It's not fucking filling, and I'm at the fucking ask.
And it's not filling a single share.
Oh, it's at 531 now. So you know what? I don't care. I'm going to go get it at 532. It's at 532. I'm going to get it at 532. I don't give a fuck if it goes down to $3 tomorrow. Update. Outside regular hours true. 532 limit. Good till canceled. This order will be directly routed to IEX. Direct routed orders. Override and transmit.
Order partially filled.
Partially filled. Partially
Order filled.
filled. Order filled. We got them at 532. I'm fucking pumped. I'm fucking pumped.
Yes,
That's phenomenal. Just filled 8,000 shares of AMC at like $9.70 a share, and 3,777 shares of APE at $5.32 a fucking share. I could not be more happy. Adam Aaron, hook it up with some fucking dilution. Come on, baby. Let's do it. That'd be hilarious. That'd be fucking phenomenal. You know what would be even more funny? Is for those people that don't understand, if there were a market crash situation and margin calls start going out and the prices start going up, it's very possible that fear of missing out happens through a lot of buyers. If the price starts going up due to delta hedging from short hedge funds and market makers, family offices, prime brokers, etc., leading to a situation in which if Adam Aaron decides to dilute APE into AMC, then all those failures to deliver on APE would have to be immediately delivered or purchased at any price, like Thomas Peterfee, the CEO of IBKR, said when he was discussing it on the news, leading to a situation where I potentially bought a lot more APE and would have that than if I would have bought AMC at $9 and change a share if it gets diluted into AMC, which would be absolutely phenomenal for myself and AMC as well, because then all that money that comes in from the short hedge funds that are covering positions and failures to deliver and such, a lot of it would go into AMC's coffers, and a lot of it would go into mine, and I'd be really happy to see that. Let's take a quick refresh here. AMC is still trading at $5.31 a share. APE is at trading at $5.31 a share. Excuse me if I misspoke. I tend to do that sometimes. AMC has gone down 2 pennies since I bought it. Wah wah.
Wah, wah,
Oh man,
wah,
I could not be
wah.
more zen and relaxed. Fucking life is good.
Believe real should have been our made feelings within this.
Let's see. GameStop, $27.86. Okay, I like that. That's always nice. GME options volume spiked up. I think I want to buy some GameStop contracts as well. Hold on. What are you guys saying about... Oh, Chris, about huge news. That's excellent. Javi. Hey, Daz Wilson. Mrs. Wilson. We're going to be so fucking filthy rich
Mrs. Wilson, welcome to the community. It's good to have you here.
But that's just my feelings on it. By all means, do your own due diligence, because I know I've done mine.
No, I agree.
Where is my iBot?
Oh, Marcel, you're officially a whale now.
What noise
True
does a
whale.
whale make?
Yeah, what noise does a whale make?
You know, a burr, 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 burr. Do I feel on my legs finally?
Awesome.
All right. So we got the chat going crazy while Boss is carrying on. We got the chat going crazy very quickly. Put in what job you do. If you're at college or university, or whether you're working, whether you're a home mum, home dad, whatever you're doing, put it in the chat. We want people to see it's real people. So put what you do, not what you'd like to do. Put what you're actually doing out there. Teachers, police, firemen, the angels in the NHS over here, or whatever you're doing, put it in there while we carry on with everything else.
I'd like to mention two things while you guys do this. When I typed in ape, I typed in AMC, it came up no problem. I was able to buy my shares. I typed in ape, it gave me ape in Australia, a different company. I had to type it in again to get it to pop up on IBKR iBot. When I typed in GME just now, it gave me GME IBIS, Geratherm Medical, which I don't fucking want. I had to go in and type GME again to get GameStop Corp.
Crazy.
Unreal.
That's crazy.
Mom,
Crime.
hungry.
Let's eat, bro. I'm hungry as fuck.
I'm dad, retired, IT support, mason, respect, bin man, military, plumber. Backbone of every country. The people, the 99%, us. Same people that they put their hands in our pockets every day we're going to work. Pimp. He must be busy.
Feed me more shares and options, please.
It's coming right up.
Oh, look, somebody's a professional blunt roller.
Oh, the volatility is
people.
looking nice and low.
And Diaz is a kept man. That's a good job. That's a career
Construction,
move.
security, technical instructor, lineman, plumbers, groceries, consultants, NHS, there you go. Our angels and heroes 2 years ago can't get a pay rise today. Respiratory care practitioner.
Porn star.
Yeah, father of 3 beautiful little girls. Good on ya. Retired soon, yep, and me. Mel Gigolo.
Retired and aspiring asshole. Yeah.
Kenny G in the house.
All right. Get all my windows closed out. Let's see how GameStop's looking for December 16th. $80 strike is going for 83 cents. January 20th, $80 strikes going for, let's see, yeah, but $100.23, and the $237.50 strike with 135,000 open interest. It's coming in at 33 cents. I like that.
Military, 19 years old.
Man, this fucking platform pisses me off.
Yeah, make a new one,
Good idea.
please.
Good idea. We're on it.
Military guy, boss. 30 years service in the chat.
Wow. Thank you for your service, my friend, and your sacrifice. That's amazing.
"92-year-old retired." I hope that's true. Good on you. Newly single working mum of a beautiful 15-year-old son. Good for you, girl.
I feel like I'm on Windows 98 right now. They fucking suck so bad. I prefer their website, but I figured I'd jump on this one. I like the charts better than the website. The website's charts suck, but I didn't need them to see AMC. Let's see. 33 cents a piece. Utilization's at 100%. Fee rate's at 9.91%. Only 65.8 thousand shares shortable. Is that right? Yep. Fuck yeah. I like the way GameStop looks a lot, especially the way that the short interest is complete and polar opposites on the charts to the actual price. And the short interest has shot up as the price has shot down in recent weeks. So I'm very happy to see that. But look it up for yourself. Do your own charting. I ain't got time for that shit. I want to buy this contracts before the market closes here. Don't need this open anymore. Actually, no, I'll leave it open. I've got my order book open already, though. I do just want to check my pricing one last time. See how it's looking. Gotta open up all the strikes. Pricing across all of them here. For calls, now I gotta scroll down on this platform, which is the opposite of their website. Fucking stupid. Alright. It's got a theta of negative 0.009. I like that a lot. With 135,000 open interest. A delta of 0.041. That's mighty sexy. Got 33 cents on the bid, on the ask, excuse me, and 31 on the bid. Let me change this to good till canceled. Yeah, I know I gotta add to a valid price. Sorry. I'm gonna come in and buy at the ask. Because I think 33 cents is worth it. I don't really fucking care if it goes down a bit. Or a lot. Or entirely. Because if I buy a contract, I do it with the risk that I could lose every dime that I put in it. Yeah. Chill out, you fucking piece of shit platform. There you go. So, let's see. It's around $330. So, I'll get about 30 of those contracts. I think that'll work. It's around $1,000 or so. And I like deep out of the money because I firmly believe that those are the ones that are truly causing the problems as for the shorts. Because without deep out of the money calls, there's not as much hedging. Let's transmit. I'm going to transmit my order. It exceeds the size limit of 5. Fuck you. Override and transmit. Let's see how much it's going to be.
Order partially filled.
Order partially filled.
Order filled.
There we go. Got my fucking contracts. All right. And I'm up on those contracts now. That's interesting. Phenomenal. That's great.
Very nice.
Now I feel good. I feel really good.
Hell yeah!
What's Johnny Bravo going to say about the stock market next? AMC's at 975. Woo! I think somebody in the chat mentioned that that's an increase of $80 for every penny that AMC goes up. I can live with that. I need a few billion pennies in there, at least. Billions with an S.
You know it.
Brian asks, why did you choose to buy more AMC than APE if APE could later be converted back to AMC? Well, my friend, I already own shares of both. But regardless of that fact, AMC is still the creme de la creme. I received some shares of APE when I went with the AMC dividend. So I was very happy about that. But I still believe that AMC will be the strongest runner because it's been in existence for decades now. And I've seen evidence in the past of this ticker having been shorted since 2014 and earlier, from way earlier than 2014 as well, pretty much from its inception. But a lot of it I've seen through the last several decades, and it looks very clear to me that there's billions of synthetics with an S. That's my speculation, in my opinion, and is not financial advice. And APE, it is preferred shares opposed to common stock, which is great. But regardless, I still think that at the end of the day, AMC will run much, much, much higher than APE. Because I think APE could run pretty hard. And then AMC has the ability to convert APE into AMC shares. And if they do that, it would run harder again, in my opinion, because then all those shares that have been failed to deliver and all those contracts that I exercise for AMC1, ticker AMC1, are going to deliver me 100 APE and 100 AMC shares. So I've already got many AMC1 contracts. And if I sell some of them, they're going to make me tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. And I'm going to exercise more of those to get 100 APE and 100 AMC contracts, because every contract of AMC1 is the equivalent of 200 shares total. 100 AMC, 100 APE. Therefore, I've got the ability to get hundreds of thousands of more shares of both AMC and APE easily when these stocks run. And I'm going to shove it up their fucking ass. I'm going to shove my exercised shares up Ken Griffin's asshole. Proverbially speaking, excuse me. Proverbially. Yeah, interesting word.
I don't take no shit from anyone.
That's right, my friend. That's a great day. I'm up 5 cents a share already. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. Awesome. So fucking happy. I got 8,000 more shares of AMC 3,777 more shares of Ape, and 30 more shares of GameStop. That's I'm so fucking pumped. I could not be happier about that. Talk about averaging down from my $72 AMC purchases. I bought everything from $8 all the way up to $72 and back. And I'm just going to do it again. Going to do it again until we run.
All right, all right, all right.
Well, you guys have a good time. I love it. I think this is the moment Ken Griffin realizes he's been shorting too much. You're fucked, Kenny G. Good luck to you. That's the same reason you saw so many hedge funds and shills and infiltrators and YouTubers and other people that are questionable saying that they were selling their Ape shares for AMC. I'm not selling my Ape shares for AMC. I'm buying both. But I'm just personally buying more AMC than I am buying Ape because I've got so many AMC 1 contracts that I can exercise as well during price run-ups. So in my opinion, all the infiltrators and shills were doing what they were told to do by their overlord masters and saying delay Ape Q4. And that nonsense was the absolute stupidest, sorriest, saddest fucking attempt I've ever seen. And you guys know what's coming next? No dilution is what they're going to say. No dilution. Dilution is bad. AMC's going to go bankrupt if he dilutes us. Adam Aaron doesn't care about shareholders if he dilutes us. That's what people are going to fucking say. And it's bullshit. Because if you think about it, every time AMC issues shares in January and last year when they sold the Wanda Group, the price runs up. The price runs up hard. If the price goes down, it's not because AMC issues the shares, it's because of the level of manipulation that's happening on the stock markets. Hey, Adam Aaron didn't pull the buy button. Adam Aaron doesn't make the ISDA contracts. Adam Aaron doesn't make the swaps, the rehypothecations, the shorts marked as long, the married puts, the divorce puts, the married calls, the divorce calls. You get my fucking point, right? He doesn't make the wash sales. Okay? Adam Aaron doesn't do any of those things. He issued the greatest dividend that I've ever seen in my life, and I could not feel more secure in my investment right now. I could not. I feel fucking phenomenal. So that's just the truth about what I believe about the current situation of the markets. It's sad, and I feel that same way about physical silver and physical gold and items like that. And I'm gonna go and buy fucking racks and racks and racks of physical silver. And those are my fucking moon tickets. We're going to the fucking moon. My daughter said it's on Tuesdays, so I don't know. Maybe some Tuesday we're going to the fucking moon.
You know it.
That's fucking
Time
phenomenal.
just needs time.
We got a few more minutes till the market closes, which I think is great. Synthetic shares. Many people are unaware of these synthetics through rehypothecations and abuses of depository receipts. American and Brazilian and European depository receipts are one of the largest forms of manipulation and gives a large ability for failures to deliver and short interest to be hidden. Which is absolutely crazy when you think about it. And these documents basically outline and allege that Citadel Omnibus account leakages means that they have the ability to use clear with improper, and they've been clear it themselves, and they've been improperly handling American depository receipts. There was an SEC order that finds that ABN AMRO, which is allegedly affiliated to Citadel, improperly borrowed and released American depository receipts from other brokers when it should have known that those brokers did not own the foreign shares needed to support those American depository receipts. The order against ABN AMRO also finds that it failed reasonably to supervise its securities lending desk personnel concerning the borrowing of pre-released ADRs from these brokers. Without admitting or denying the SEC's findings, ABN AMRO agreed to return more than $326,000 of ill-gotten gains and pay a $179,353 penalty plus $80,970 in prejudgment interest. So all you get if you get fucked and you're rich, pretty much get your money back and a little bit of interest. In addition, the SEC charged 4 individuals for their roles in the improper handling of pre-released ADRs. Monetary remedies ordered across all of these cases exceeded $432 million. This is the SEC's 15th enforcement action against the banker broker into abusive ADR pre-release practices. That was in February 6th of 2020. This has been happening since 2008, since 90s, since Ken Griffin, since Bernie Madoff, and well before them. This has been happening on the stock markets. Depository receipts are 100%, in my opinion, unequivocally responsible for the massive hiding of failures to deliver and short interest using offshore companies. And therefore, it's very, very feasible. In my opinion, there's an extremely fucking high probability that there are tens of billions of AMC synthetic shares. Probably, in my best guess, 50 billion AMC shares out there. 50 billion AMC shares out there, when there should only be 516 million and change shares. So, do your own fucking due diligence. Do your own homework. Don't listen to me and go out there and figure it out for yourself. Because I'm just here to tell you what I've noticed. And I am not a financial advisor. AMC is up more than 2%. Ape is also doing pretty well, hanging out strong at $5.32. And just so you guys know, oh sweet, AMC's at $9.92. Fuck yeah. Anyway.
You did it! You did it, bud!
Let's see what happens. We're gonna have a fun time. We got
Holy shit!
8 minutes left in Power Hour. 8 minutes left. I am fucking ecstatic. Let me get this shit out of here. Oh yeah. Fucking crappy ass.
Boss, just when I thought you couldn't be sexier.
I didn't do anything.
Ooh.
I didn't do anything. Thank you, hon.
I agree.
I know, right?
Whilst Boss is blushing, Luke Moonwalker, AMC Panda, we're glad you're here to see this. Angel Chicago, everyone on every network, social network, spread the news. You've seen what you've seen. Let everyone know. Kersey R, Tony Dillon, Matt R, John Hannaford, you've had a shout out. Isaiah Kresnick, good to see you. Manarape, Eric Long, fuck you and all. That was English humour. PHUCU. Fuck you. Fuck you. Firebird 444. All people are equal. Amongst the 99%, I completely agree. Marlene Art.
Check this out.
Thank you. There you go.
Energy trading is stressed by margin calls of $1.5 trillion. For those of you that are unaware, these $1.5 trillion worth of margin calls is not going to be able to be subsidized by the government. They're going to have to margin call them because the IMF and the International Monetary Foundation and the European Central Bank, what was her name, Wolfie? Lagarde, came out and stated that they're not going to be able to bail out Europe on these energy prices. So
Le Gargoyle.
Le Gargoyle. So what this means, in my opinion, is that European energy companies are going to, instead of going bankrupt, they're going to be subsidized. Sorry, not subsidized. They're going to be bought out and nationalized by the government. I was listening to something by Glenn Beck yesterday, and he brought this up in a different sense. He was talking about America, and I think Europe's going to be first because
Banana Republic, bro.
The UK just announced it, the new Prime Minister, which was Liz, which was a bit of a shock. But she's the new Prime Minister. She's come out and said the UK is going to cap the price of gas at 2,500. Well, the average house, to heat the average house, was 400. So they're not doing anyone any favours. What are you talking about capping at 2,500? That's just outrageous. It's going to be a very cold winter for Europe and the UK.
Yeah, buddy. Sadly.
Time to get a wood stove.
Mm-hmm. Price of wood has gone through the roof. People ain't silly.
Here's another thing.
They're prepping.
Sorry, go ahead. Just kind of talking as to that same sense. The filing that I was telling you guys earlier about that's going to expand the liquidity pool to include up to $5.5 billion of pension plans, up to $35 trillion worth of pension. It's going to be a pot that the OCC can dip into without giving you any notice. They're not going to have to file any advance notice. I already showed the receipts for that earlier and yesterday. So if you want to see it, go look in those videos and on Twitter. But here you can see the OCC said they routinely consider potential market stress scenarios that could affect such payment obligations of liquidity facilities for the RRP and the reverse repo, which Ken Griffin has been shorting through indirectly and allegedly through a company called Palafox Trading, which Citadel has an indirect ownership of. Based on such and those are allegations. I'm just going to say allegations so that way I can't get sued over it. Based on such considerations, OCC now believes that it should seek to expand its liquidity facilities to increase OCC's access to cash to manage a member default. This is why they're allowing the OCC to take as much fucking money as they want out of pension plans, up to $35 trillion, all the money in pension plans, to prevent themselves from default. Because the default of the Options Clearing Corporation would be a default of Wall Street, which would be the end of America as we know it. So they're going to put it on the taxpayers' back. They're going to put it on the pension holders, and the IRAs, the ISAs, and the thrift savings plans, and everything else in between. The 401ks. Please do your own due diligence and figure out what the fuck you need to do with your money. And when margin calls like this happen, and energy companies get nationalized bought out by the government, stock markets crash around the world. When real estate companies like Evergrande and others, hundreds and hundreds of developers in China go out of business and get nationalized by China, that's going to cause a stock market crash. So it's like people are talking about Lehman Brothers with $1.5 trillion margin calls on energy companies. Lehman Brothers with hundreds of residential development, real estate developers in China. And then you've got Ukraine that's defaulting on their loans. Then you've got other countries that are getting taken over by China, like Sri Lanka, I believe it was, because they can't pay their bills. And so their main port got taken. This is going to be more than one Lehman Brother. We're going to have explosions across markets. That's really going to cause the OCC and all these DTC to face extreme market corrections and liquidations. And when that happens, companies that are sold short, their shares that have been sold but not yet purchased are going to have to be purchased at any cost in order to prevent complete defaults, and because they're in liquidation and because they've been failed to meet their margin call.
Yeah.
Wow.
Narratives are things that I maybe no longer believe, right? There's a lot of worry.
Yeah, sorry,
this is actually a Matt Levine
opened on its own.
constant refrain. People are worried about bond market liquidity or whatever. And one...
This is Joseph. This guy that on Blockworks is talking to Joseph Wang. Sorry about the sound, everybody. I did not expect that to happen. I didn't know that was going to happen. But Joe's talking to Joseph Wang about margin, but let me just hold that off. The market's about to close as well. We got just a few seconds as market's closing. AMC's at 990, sitting strong. It's a beautiful end to the day. I'm glad I bought at 970. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm very sorry about the sound, everybody. I didn't do that on purpose. The stupid window opened on its own. My apologies. That's the end of day. AMC ends at 990. APE ends at 531. About 8,000 shares today of AMC at 970. 3,777 of APE at 532. And 30 GameStop calls at 33 cents a piece for January 20th, 23. Top strike. $272.50 strike. Whatever. I'm really happy about that shit. Looking forward to making billions with an S. Get the fuck out of here. IBKR.
Something that you often hear, right, is that with the risk return for bonds. So
they want all of it.
Yeah, they want all of it.
They want all of it.
Yeah, so they could just forgive it or transfer it into a 100-year note with no interest. So my question to you is, there's all these concerns about is the market for U.S. Treasuries is going to be dead. I just don't really see that playing out. I think there's more things that they could do. Do you agree with that? Do you not agree?
There are things that they can do. I think what you mentioned about the regulatory toolkit is a really good point. So the question is when they will do it. So just to broaden out the context about liquidity in the Treasury market, one thing you want to keep in mind is that the Treasury market liquidity has not grown in proportion to the size of the Treasury market. So if you go back, let's say 20 years, total amount of marketable Treasuries about $7 trillion. Today it's about 23. So it's more than 3 times as large as it was 20 years ago. 20 years ago,
he just told us that the Treasury market has increased 20 times over the last few years or whatever, and the liquidity pool has not.
The amount of the death of the Treasury market, so the average amount of cash transactions in the Treasury market was about 400 billion. Today it's about 600 billion. So the market death, the amount of daily cash transactions that the Treasury market does each day hasn't really changed, but the universe of Treasuries is exploded higher. And the way that I think about this is you have a concert hall with, let's say, one big door or a few big doors. The concert hall keeps getting bigger and bigger, but the doors stay the same. And so when you're trying to get out, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be chaos, and we've already seen that a few times. We saw that in March 2020. We saw that in the flash crash a few years ago. So there's definitely weakness in the Treasury market. There are ways to solve that, and like you mentioned, the U.S. government has been mandating a lot of it. A lot of the entities that it controls to buy more Treasuries, the banking sector, for example. But the thing is, if you have a $1 trillion deficit every year, it really doesn't matter who you mandate to buy, because there's never going to be enough buyers.
Not enough fucking buyers! It's fucking incredible. We're going to see the biggest housing bubble across the world. In China with real estate property developers. In Canada with balloon mortgages, because 53% of Canadian homeowners have adjustable rate mortgages. The adjustable rate mortgages were part of a huge problem that caused the financial crisis. And then here in America, we've got ridiculously overpriced homes because the Federal Reserve owns $2.9 trillion worth of mortgage-backed securities because they've artificially inflated our housing market. This bursting Chinese housing bubble compounds Beijing's economic woes. You can see the floor space of residential new starts is collapsing, and completed is collapsing as well. New bank loans to China real estate sector is negative, and the sales by their developers change from the year prior is negative 50-60%. China's real estate market is considered one of the most important in the world. Here's another specific one. The S&P is predicting a 30% drop, 1.5 times worse than the 2008 crash. If it's 30%, they should double or triple that. It'll be closer to 60%, if not 90%. It's going to be a massive drop in the Chinese market. Easily more than half. Easily, in my opinion. And the Federal Reserve and the government, who are not the same. The Federal Reserve is not the government. They're absolutely fucking lying to all of us. They're buying up bank debt via ETFs the same way that they're artificially propping up everything else.
Despite stated exclusion, the Fed is buying bank debt. Would you like to revise your statement about your earlier answer when I asked you whether or not the Fed had purchased bank debt as part of coronavirus relief?
No, that answer was entirely accurate. We have not purchased bank debt. We purchased ETFs. Those ETFs,
Do those ETFs contain bank debt?
The ETFs contain a portion of bank debt. We stopped buying the ETFs several months ago. It was important to buy the ETFs in order to jumpstart the general process of restoring the economy, which has benefited everyone.
So what happened here is you said you wouldn't buy bank debt. Then you crafted a loophole using ETFs so the Fed could buy bank debt, a loophole buried in a subparagraph of rules on the Fed's website. And this loophole essentially swallowed up $2 billion in taxpayer money during COVID to bail out big banks, even as you told the public that the money could not go to any bank. This is a headline from Bloomberg.
Fuck these liars.
Chris and you, I think, are in the camp that you weren't fooled by that summer rally in terms of a new bull. Do you think it's a rally within a bear market?
We thought it was a bear market rally. You look at what really was driving that rally. There were a couple of different things, right? So the first was a lot of short covering, and when you look, there was that concept of did we actually? Was it actually?
I'm sorry, but I've been told we got to go immediately. We've got some issues. Thank you. Squawk on the Street's going to begin straight ahead. Thank you, Chris, and we'll have you back.
That is what happens when you mention short covering. That is what happens when you mention shorts on CNBC or on the mainstream media. They shut you down with the quickness, with fake news, fake technical issues, whatever it takes. And in reality, we've already seen time and time again that ABN AMRO, which is allegedly indirectly owned by Citadel Securities and Kenneth Cordell Bedpost Griffin, the ABN AMRO Clearing Corporation had to pay $586,000 to settle charges of improper handling of pre-released American depository receipts. The SEC's order finds that ABN AMRO improperly borrowed the pre-released ADRs from other brokers when it should have known that those brokers did not own the foreign shares needed to support these ADRs. The order against ABN AMRO also finds that it failed reasonably to supervise its securities lending desk personnel concerning the borrowing of these. Without admitting or denying the findings, they agreed to pay more than $326,000 of ill-gotten gains and pay a $179,353 penalty, plus $80,970 in prejudgment interest. It's the SEC's 15th enforcement action against the bank or broker arising from its investigation into abusive ADR pre-release practices. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be so motherfucking rich. God damn. It's fucking unreal.
They don't talk about that on mainstream media, do they?
Nope. Watch this.
Apple's up more than 6% right now. Google about 3%, but Dell, Intel, Research Motion, and Microsoft are all to the upside. Look how strong.
Did not disappoint. 400 points higher. Yes, indeed. The market's roar higher last 40 minutes of trading as volatility once again rules the day.
Most of the techs this morning, if not all of them, have just exploded to the... Down 1.7% here, a loss of 37 points or so. Apple shares are just getting hammered this morning.
We're down by between 3 and 4.5% generally across these markets. Let's talk about the speed with which we are watching this market deteriorate. We're red everywhere, essentially, down by 4-5%.
We're down over 16%. Dow at the same time has fallen about 18%.
The stock market is now down 21%.
Because we're now down 43%.
What in the world is happening on Wall Street?
Two-year no yields went from 190 to 166 in the blink of an eye.
On the NASDAQ, everything and more has been completely wiped out.
It was the worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
From the financial capital of the world, the opening bell is going to ring in 5 seconds, and to be honest with you, we wish it wouldn't.
Traders here working the phone say a lot of their customers are freaked out, waiting to see how low the Dow will go. They're focused on the Dow, not so focused on OPEC. Yes, OPEC did cut production by 1.5 million barrels per day.
Really, you're seeing just broad-based declines across all of the major technology sectors. Apple's under pressure, Yahoo down 8.5%, Cisco 6.5%, Research in Motion 10%.
And we're not getting the bid wanted. We're not getting the stop trading, and we see where the buyers are. We're just, every day they're pounding it.
The heightened financial turmoil that we have experienced of late may well lengthen the period of weak economic performance and further increase the risk to growth.
Can't look at it after you buy it. It's so horrible.
But we've had an 8-day losing streak in the Dow that in percentage terms puts it on par, close to the loss suffered in that crash in 1987, close to that percentage loss those 2 days in 1929.
What started in America last year has now spread to every part of the world.
We're down 9% today. The Xetra DAX over in Frankfurt is down by 9%. The Paris market down by 9%. Austria, which was briefly suspended earlier on in the day, is down by nearly 11%.
This market is as volatile as you'll ever see.
Traders saying this is the craziest day they have ever seen in these markets. Veteran traders saying they've never seen anything like it. The movement in oil prices so fast, so fast.
Seconds to go until the start of trading at the New York Stock Exchange, and stocks are set to kick off lower, a whole lot lower.
eBay is down 6.5%, and really you're seeing just broad-based declines across all of the major technology sectors. Apple's under pressure, Yahoo down 8.5%, Cisco 6.5%, Research in Motion 10%.
This could be the most serious recession in decades. And that means life, as most Americans know it, is about to change, in some cases dramatically.
Oops. Oops. I'll leave you with that, ladies and gentlemen. Only the 15th time that it happened. Not a big deal, right? Monetary remedies ordered across all these cases exceeded $432 million. I wonder how many of them they haven't figured out yet. We know that some employees spend 8 hours a day at the SEC watching pornography. That's a fact. That's pretty sad. Huge shout out to Robert M. for sharing this information, and Hang Loose. Huge shout out to Hang Loose 1337. Make sure you guys check them out. These guys are on top of it. On that note, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for watching me have a good time buying my favorite meme stocks. I saved some money so I could buy more tomorrow. Yes, sir.
Gonna be rich as balls.
What's that, Johnny Bravo?
I said, cue the fire.
That's great. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Enjoy your time with your family and friends. Don't watch the line. Set your alerts. Do what you got to do. Use your head. Don't be a dumbass. J Squad. What's up, everybody? Gonna be so goddamn rich.
Much love, boss. Much love, community. Everybody.
Thank you.
Night, guys.
Thanks, Dana. Thank you, Max Musterman. Appreciate your support, buddy. Fucking thank you, Chris 8. Appreciate you too. I want my fucking money. Griffin, I want my fucking money. Yo, motherfucker. so fucking rich.
Pounds of money.
Great. Damn it, we're gonna be so fucking rich.
Next ascending, Diaz as always, Hamid, Ranger here to Britt Burden, JC, Billy. Like to see you all. Chat, you've been excellent. Thank you for contributing. Everyone in the Discord, boss, as always, thank you so much.
I want my fucking money.
You're an original,
Hey,
aren't you?
Yellen, give me the fucking money. Joe tells me I need a big money for that.
Better get back up on the generator.
Get the goddamn money printer out.
Great.
Time for a few in the Discord.
The bounty letter.
Griffin, pick up the stuff. Gold King 801, Valanche. In your bay.
We're gonna be so fucking rich. Get the goddamn money printer out.
Thank you, everyone.
Appreciate you all. Wish you peace and wealth.